Libra, this is your ethereal news for March 2021. So Libra, starting off the month for you, the beginning, you start this month off really strong, okay? I'm seeing that you're able to really cut through any BS. You have a lot to say. You're like in your power, you're in your element, okay? And you've got all the mental clarity in the world. So once this month starts for you, the energy, Libra, I don't know, you've gained a lot of wisdom, you've gained a lot of knowledge thus far, and this month you're really going to show people what you're made of. You're going to be able to back up what it is you say. You're going to be able to articulate your words very carefully and very precisely. You're just going to start off really strong this month. So whatever it is that you're putting your time and your energy into, the critical execution of anything that you're completing, or anything requiring facts or delegating, you're going to be able to do an amazing, spectacular job at it. So whatever it is that you do for work, I mean, you're going to be in a good state of mind, and you're going to really present yourself with a force to be reckoned with. You're going to have a lot of power backing you up moving through this month. So like I said, I mean, starting off for you this month, you start off really strong. I mean, you're in your element. It's your vibe. You feel very confident in what it is that you're saying, what it is that you mean. And I feel like the desire for you to really just pull in what you want, it just comes to you, you know? Sometimes it's like, you know, you don't even have to say what you want, just by what it is that you do. And this vibe that you have this month really attracts just what you want. So, I mean, things that you're involved with, whether they be endeavors, whether it be something at work, or what you're doing at home, or just going on about your day, the way you execute anything you do, it just comes out so beautifully and so strongly, okay? And you have a lot of power this month to back it up. And I also feel that there's a lot of good karma coming back to you, because I think that you have been on this journey of trying to gain knowledge and gain wisdom. You had to go within. So I feel like, you know, this month you're able to really voice out what it is that you've learned so far, and your thoughts, your ideas. And this could even like play into current themes of this day and age that we're in the world. I just see that in the recent past, you've been doing a lot of research, and you've been trying to gain wisdom and make some sense out of what's going on, and gain some clarity and understanding. And I think that you have found out a lot, and you're able to really showcase it and present it to the world moving forward. And you just feel very empowered about what you have learned so far. Okay, I feel like, you know, in the recent past, you had to quiet down and humble yourself in order to find out what it is that you were looking for. And you couldn't do this with all the chatter and the noise, so you had to quiet down. And you had to go within too, because there's some things that you just didn't want to believe that was going on. But I mean, you know, the truth speaks for itself. And I feel like, you know, you found a lot of the truth you were looking for. And, you know, now it's time to share the truth with the world. And anywhere you happen to be, you want to spread truth. And I see that's very important. And by the end of the first part of the month, it's like the mental clarity that you've got, because I mean, you had to go through some very choppy waters, and you had to pick through the research, and you had to decide what seems to be true to you, what makes sense to you, and what seems to be far-fetched or misleading or things that were disinformation. So I feel like that you used your own skills to filter through, to get to the bottom of some of the things you were concerned about, or that you had some interest in learning about or finding out about, and you're able to share that, and it's bringing you to this sense of mental stability. And I feel like, because Libra, you're so articulate, and I mean, having a Libra in their power and how they just fight nail and tooth for what's right and just, to some degree. That's some of the Libras, okay? Or that's some parts of the Libra quality. And this is going to, having you in your power is going to, it's going to help others, because other people are going to find a sense of mental stability too by you just really exercising your own research skills, your ability to draw the truth to you, and your ability to fight for what's right using your diplomatic energy and using your charisma, your charm, but also being cutthroat into standing up for what is right and just for humanity. I mean, what else is it? I mean, what I'm seeing right now is you're like leading people to safety in their minds, okay? So I feel like you're really helping to, I feel like you're helping to give people hope, and you are being truthful, but you are, like, you know, leaving them with hope and helping them become like mentally stable, which is a good thing, because with what's going on currently in this day and age, for the people out there that are less mentally stable, we have to help them. We have to help them, Libra. We have to help them. We have to help them just hang in there, and we have to help them create some stability within their mind, so that they can help out too, and they don't lose it. You know what I mean, Libra? Because it's like, I feel like you've been going very fast on this journey of, you know, truth seeking and going through information, research, and figuring out the laws and legislations of the land and trying to put everything together. And since now that you're like past that point, Libra, going into the middle of the month, after you do help whoever's around you, and just, you know, that's the vibe you're giving off too, is to help create mental stability, also to enlighten others, but help create mental stability. And you leave a lot of people with hope. You leave people with hope. You know, you have that vibe, like, you know, things will be okay. I mean, there's some things we need to take care of, but I mean, in the end, the plan, there's a plan to all this. And so I feel like the universe was supporting you and backing you up into, you know, this journey of, you know, wisdom and drawing this information to you, Libra. And I know I sound repetitive when I say that, but I mean, in the spread, I mean, through the middle of the month, the focus is shifting me back to what the universe has helped propel you with, because I feel like it's something very significant what you've been, you know, spending your mental energy on, the homework you've been doing, the research you've been doing, the notes you've been taking, and so forth and so on. And it's like, now the universe is kind of just like saying, okay, that's enough of the whole learning what needs to be done, because now it's time to do it. And you're getting a lot of self-healing from this, okay? This is really sorting a lot of stuff out in your mind also, Libra. I mean, this isn't just helping others, because I mean, this is like I said, you start off this month very powerful in your element, and you actually took the initiative to go through this journey, and the universe supported you and backed you up on it, and you drew in some really good information and some really good truth, and you're like disseminating it wherever you go, and it's giving people hope. And it's able to really kind of calm the minds of others to some degree, which is helpful. But in the process, you being just like you are, it's calming your mind, and it's helping to heal some of the mental things that you had about the whole truth coming out to you, just like, you know, in your face, and you're just like, oh my goodness, this is what's going on. They're really doing this. This is really happening. This is what it is. This is what we have to deal with as humanity. And, you know, I mean, I see that it did spin your head around a little bit, but I feel like now you digested the truth, and you're spreading it in a just way where there's some solutions that you have, and you're giving others solutions too, okay? What they can do in their life. And regardless, Libra, of what you found out, whether, you know, some of the things hit you really hard, Libra, where it was like, wow, you stumbled on something that was very hard to digest, and it was like, oh my God, this information, what do I do with it? This is some really heavy stuff. Like, I think I bit off a little more than I can chew. That was, you know, where the journey had led you through. And now, since I mean, that was like in the past, the recent past, okay? And you've already digested all that, okay? So it's like, you know, your filter caught it, and it was a lot of truth to take on. You know, some stuff is very heavy, and for you, Libra, I mean, if something is so unjust to the point where it just makes you just amped up to go out and, you know, set the record straight, or do whatever you can to really organize and prevent anything disastrous happening to humanity. Okay. You got a lot of self-healing from this, and the self-healing is still continuing as you continue the fight to be on the right side, Libra, okay? But also at the end of this month, this has opened up doors for you. This attitude has opened up doors for you. This energy, okay, is like, now you feel like there's this bigger purpose that you can put your time and your energy into, okay? This is something that you can definitely help with, and you can make a huge change. Maybe the universe is just asking you to step up so you can, you know, go out there and help fight the good fight, so to say, Libra. And the energy is putting everything in your path to replenish your energy, to take care of you, to create stable ground, to make you feel abundant and fruitful, so you can go out and do this for humanity. I mean, that's just the way the universe works. I mean, we're like vessels here for us to like help preserve life. I mean, it's not only us people here on this planet. I mean, there's so many other things on this planet, and through us, because we're an intellectual being in manifestation of a flesh and body, and you know, as human beings, we have the ability to create change in our mind, to actually physically do things on this planet to help everyone be in a good symbiotic balance with life, okay? And we have arms, we have hands, we have fingers, we have, you know, feet, legs, where we can actually, you know, put our bodies on the line. And we have a brain and a mind and a soul and a conscience and a spirit. And, you know, we're here on this planet, Libra, and I think you figured all that out. And I think that there's some forces out there that kind of just triggered you in the right way to just give you these hints so you can help out with this fight for life. Let live. Live and let live. Okay? And I feel like, you know, the universe was trying to present this whole thing to you earlier, but you weren't paying attention. There was just something else that you were focused on. And I guess you just were somewhat distracted by something else, you know? And also I feel like there was some sort of disappointment that involved some sort of love, Libra, that really kind of like laid the tracks down for this path to happen, or else you wouldn't have been triggered in that way to really start this soul searching that led you on this journey of, you know, gaining some wisdom and truth and research. And it just kind of like went down this other road, but it led into, it started by this invitation of